Welcome to the Transum Podcast, a monthly roundup of the new features on the transum.org website, providing mathematical puzzles, games, learning activities, and the ever-popular mathematics lesson starter of the day. Here's your host, John Tranter.
Glad tidings and festive felicitations to you all. This is the Christmas edition of the Transum Podcast for December 2022. It's podcast number 97. And we'll begin, as usual, with the puzzle of the month. So right now I'm looking at the ornaments hanging on my Christmas tree. And I notice that all of them are red, except for 8 of them. All of them are green, except for 11 of them. And all of them are gold, except for 13 of them. How many ornaments are on the tree, and how many of each colour are there? So, while you think about that, here is the Transum news. Right, first of all, many of the activities on the website have been updated during November, and in preparation for the festive season, the Christmas collection has been brightly polished. So, today being the 1st of December, the first door of the Maths Advent Calendar is now unlocked, and you can access all of the Christmas activities directly in the Christmas collection. So, the links for all the things I'm talking about in this podcast can be found at transum.org/newsletter. Now, the first new addition to the Christmas collection is called Christmas Tree Light Up. And it's actually an application that I've purchased for the website because I think it's a great puzzle for this time of year. It's the perfect challenge for the student that doesn't give up easily and appreciates a task they can really get into. So I've just been doing it in my local coffee bar on my iPad, and I found it really engaging. In fact, you can see a photograph of said coffee and iPad in the newsletter. Okay, the second one, Countdown to Christmas. Now, don't confuse that with the Maths Advent Calendar or the starter called Countdown. This is a brand new game designed for 2 players, although you can choose to have Santa, that's the computer, as your opponent. And if you do choose Santa and you've got your heart set on winning a trophy, you can get one for beating Santa to the 25th of December. Have a look at that. Links, remember, in the newsletter.
You can find Transum Mathematics at www.transum.org.
How do you make an old puzzle look new and fit for the festive season? Well, you fill it with coloured snowflakes, is the answer. A Latin square is an n by n array filled with n different symbols, each occurring exactly once in each row and exactly once in each column. So this new Yuletide activity, called Systematic Snowflakes, is just a Latin square with snowflakes. Very pretty. Have a look at that. Now, I was contacted by a boy named Michael from Australia a few weeks ago. He told me he had completed Times Square Level 1 in 9 seconds. Now, I didn't believe him, but he sent me a video as proof. So I've added that video lower down the Times Square page. Have a look at that, and I'm sure, like me, you will be quite amazed. Well done, Michael. A new video has been made for the listing strategies activities. It was designed for students to watch excerpts of, depending on which listing activity they were doing. But it could equally well be watched in its entirety if you maybe project it onto your whiteboard to show the whole class and then pause it at suitable places where the students have a go at doing the activities before the answers are revealed. A new level 6 has been added to the coordinates exercise, adding even more depth to the learning experience. By finding the coordinates of rectangles' vertices, I think learners will have to think more about the numbers that make up the coordinates rather than just corridors and stairs, if you know what I mean. So, with the plotting activity, the reading coordinates activity, and the coordinate picture activity. I think I've probably covered everything you would need to work through while learning about coordinates. Tell me if I'm wrong. One less real-life opportunity for trigonometry exam question setters was in the news last month. True north, magnetic north and grid north are currently all the same in certain parts of the UK. It certainly makes old-fashioned map reading, flashback to wet North Wales mountains around 1975 when I was planning routes for my Duke of Edinburgh's Award expedition. It certainly made that task a lot easier. Finally, the answer to last month's puzzle, which I have now made into an advanced starter. So click on the link in the newsletter if you want to see the advanced starter. Basically 2 pots, both with balls in, balls numbered 1 to 10 and the other numbered 1 to 9. And the probability of picking out 2 balls that add up to an odd number are the same despite the pot that you've chosen. So, in the newsletter you can see the tree diagrams that I have drawn to show that is true. But the big why is it the same probability even though you've got a different mixture of odd and even balls in each pot still eludes me. I'm looking for something short and snappy that makes sense. And if you're wondering, if you had a pot with only 8 balls in, the probability wouldn't be the same in that case. It's just for 9 and 10. So, have a look at the tree diagrams, and if your students come up with something quite short, snappy, and give me the aha moment, the eureka moment, please let me know. Okay, that's all from me, so ho ho ho, enjoy your Christmas break, and I will be back in 2023. Bye!
Thank you for downloading and listening to the Transum podcast. You can find the website at www.transum.org, where you're welcome to use all of the activities absolutely free, or jump in with both feet and become a Transum subscriber.